So good evening, guys. In this video, we're going to solve another leet code problem. Today's leet code problem is adding spaces to a string. So the input should be we are getting a string and an integer array as an input, and we have to return another string. So what is the logic? So the logic will be we have to add spaces in our given source string. So in which order we have to add spaces in the string. So those spaces should be based on the spaces array which was given as an input. So let's dive into this test case. The first element in the spaces array is 8. So what this 8 refers? It refers to the index position in the source array. So let it go 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So at this position we have to add a space, so that is we get um, in the output string. Just like that we have to add remaining spaces to our source string, and we have to return a resultant string that is added the spaces at the correct positions that were given in the problem. So let we have to discuss the we are going to discuss the um, brute force brute force technique. The first initial logic I was taught on seeing this problem is I just want to declare a empty string, and I wanna make spaces when the when my when my iterator will come, it's the respective position of the spaces. So let's dive into topic. I'm gonna declare I'm gonna declare an empty string, and I need to traverse each element in the array, each element in the string. I'll use an s dot len. S is my source string. When my iterating variable I reaches the first element in the spaces array. So how can we get this element? Mm, I have thought that let us take let us take another variable that stores the elements in the space array. It will be int space is equals to space of 0 and index variable that refers the elements indexes inside the spaces array. If my I equal to sp, what is sp? Sp belongs to the elements inside the spaces array. So what we have to do when our iterator comes to the spaces value, then we have to add a space to our resultant string. This is equals to space is added, then we have to update our sp equals ind will be the index indicator of the spaces array. Increment is also, then we have to continue the process. Otherwise, if my iterator does not belongs to the spaces element, then by naturally I'm gonna append my characters in the source string to my resultants. S dot at the end I have to return the string. Hmm. We get an successfully got an error. Hmm. Okay. In the time of incrementing the index position of the spaces array, we have to check if the index value should be less than the length of the spaces array. So I'm gonna check the index value. Index value must be less than space dot length. Okay, that step only, and then this task. And another thing is we have to add that character at this position also along with the space. So I'm going to add the character also. Why this means, mm, at the position 8 we have a character H. So we need H also, and we have to add space in between these two also. So that is what I am doing at this step. For my resultant string, I am appending a space. Along with that space, I am appending the character which is at the position of my iterator. Yeah, it is worked, but its runtime is 5 milliseconds. I think it is not efficient code. Mm. So this code is only valid for 62 test cases, but we have to satisfy all the 66 test cases. So let me optimize this overall logic and then begin with a new idea. Okay, so the I think the efficient idea will be we are going taking two pointers, and the one pointer refers to my source string and another pointer refers to my resultant string. How it will works. I'm declaring a character array. Source is equals to s dot to char. Okay, I make the string into an character array, and that character array will be my source character array. And I am going to declare another character array to store my resultant string. At this time, thus my size of the resultant string will be the size of this plus size of this. Why? Because we have to add extra spaces to this source string's length. Okay, I think it will be a little bit confusion. Let me solve this. This is my source string length, and this is my spaces length. So my resultant string's length will be addition of these two lengths. Okay, so I'm declaring my resultant character array with the length of these two inputs. So new char of s dot array length plus spaces of length. Here comes a topic. I'm going to declare a two pointers which will point. One pointer will points my source string for adding characters into my resultant string, and the other pointer will points my resultant string, which is used to store the actual values into my resultant string. So the variables will be my index index 0. Initially, these two will be 0 is equal to 0. This index pointer should responsible storing character inside my resultant array, and this C pointer will responsible for pointing my characters into the source array. So we have to iterate all the elements inside the spaces array which was given as an input was for I in spaces. Here comes the topic. I have to append all the characters which are starting from this to this. Okay, I think you got the line. At this first iteration, my I will my I value will be 8. So the thing what we have to do in this step, we have to append all the characters from 0 to 8. For next element 13, I have to append all the values from 8 to 13. Okay. For next value, I have to append all values from 13 to remaining length of the source string. So while C less than I, we have to add all values till we reach our ith position. I is equal to one source of source of C C plus plus index plus plus. So after this operation, what we have to do? So my C pointer will reaches the 8, and my index pointer points my at the position at the index position 8. So what is the thing we have to do? We have to append a space. So we're going to add a space. Result of I space is added. Okay. The process will continue throughout all the elements inside the space array. So my index position will be at 8, and and I'm gonna increase the index position. Okay. So what will be my index position after this operation? So my index position will be 8 for this interval of spaced element. Mm, my index value will be 8, and I have to add a space at the position of my resultant character array, and then I have to increment that index position. I think you got the line. My index is the pointer which points my resultant character array, and C will be my pointer which points the character inside my source array. After these operations, we have we have to do another thing. So what will be? So the this logic will work fine till this element. After after 15, we have some more elements inside the source string. So we have to add these characters into our resultant string. So the code will be while C less than my source dot length rest of index equals to source of C++ and X++. I think you got the logic. C will refers to the source string indicator. After this operation, what will be the C value? My C value will be 15, and I have more letters. I have more characters in my source string to be added into my resultant string. So here is my C pointer will points at this position 15, and I have to add some more characters that is left inside my source string into my resultant string. So that is the operation which which I am doing outside this for loop. So my C will start from this 15th element till the remaining elements in my source string, and those values are appending into my resultant character array. At the last of this operation, I'm going to return a string value. Return new char of. Yes. Okay. Okay. New string. Hmm. This will be the efficient code which runs in 0 milliseconds. Hmm. This code works fine. So that's all for today. If you have any other logics other than these, please share them in the comment section. Then I can also learn from this from your logics. So please subscribe for the next video. Let me tomorrow. Bye.